Okay. All right. Happy New Year, team, everybody. So good to see everybody's faces on here. We have a nice big crowd because we're all excited about the new year. Welcome. I know we have at least one newbie on here, which is exciting. And so welcome, Jen. I think you're trying to connect. I think everybody's in. So we'll keep letting people trickle in. Just turn on your mute so that there's not a whole bunch of background noise. Try to mute yourself as you're getting on. The first thing I want to go over is just some like a housekeeping, like, hey, let's just pay attention to what's going on this coming week. So right now, so we have in our Plexus with Purpose community page, we have some posts going up every day and different certain topics. So like, you know, Monday is motivation, Tuesday is some tips about healthy eating, Wednesday is wellness. We're going to have like some product information post. Thursday is tips for fitness. Did I say that? One is food, one is fitness. Tuesday, Thursday. And then Friday is financial stories, financial testimonies. Saturday, like, is simplify your life, like maybe just some hacks on how to clean out the junk drawer, stuff like that. Sunday is like feed your soul, self-care Sunday. So I've been doing them the last 3 days, and now we're going to have some of our leaders on our team step up and do them. If you're on this call and you want to share one of those topics, just private message me and I'll put you on the schedule, because I think it'd be great just for our whole community to hear from more than just me. I really am a fan of it being not just Rebecca's page. I want it to be our page together. So that's going on in our community page. Some great tips for the new year. And then in our Joy and Wellness page, we have our January 10-day January Jumpstart. That starts the 6th. If they don't have products yet, it's okay. Be getting people to join you right now, get their products in the mail, and they can join right in, even if they don't have their products yet. But we want them to have products because we know that that's the key to people's success with kicking off the new year. So welcome packs and or 100 PV or 100 PV subscription set for this month is what's required. And then $5, you can $5 PayPal or Venmo. I got Venmo. I had big requests for Venmo. So you can PayPal or Venmo me the $5, and we're just going to turn around and give that money back. We're going to do $50 cash giveaways. We did this last month. It was super fun. We had like 70 people in there last month, so 7 giveaways. I don't know that we're going to have that many yet unless like craziness happens this week, which I hope some craziness happens this week, and that every person on here will invite people and get them to get started on their Plexus journey, because they're going to hear about fitness and food from professionals via corporate, and then they're going to hear about intermittent fasting. They don't have to do intermittent fasting to be in our little event, but they'll learn about it. Because of course there's great health benefits as well as weight loss benefits for that. Okay, $9.95 for membership is still a thing until the 9th. So the night of the 9th, the $9.95 goes away. I don't know if this is out for everybody to know, but I'll tell you, it will turn to $19.95, not $40, not $39.95, but $19.95. So if people want to get in right now, quick and cheaper, then here we go. I just let Stephanie back in. I don't know what happened. So if people want to get in on the $9.95, this is the week to do that, because that goes away on the 10th, and it goes back up to about 20, which is great, instead of 40. I was happy to see that. Yes, there's a price increase on the welcome packs, but you guys, really, we've had the same price for the welcome packs all 12 years. So, you know, and the cost of manufacturing and the cost of, I mean, think about all the scientists we have that back our products and make sure they're safe and awesome and always improving things. So they are paying a little bit more for that welcome pack, but it's a good value, and they get a free water bottle, which is cool. The free water bottle is really, really pretty. And I know everybody wants it, and I think they're going to make, I heard they're going to make them available for us existing ambassadors to purchase for a limited time. So that's cool. All right, enough of that. Let's dive into this success sprints. Goodness gracious. How many of you all, wave your hands if you watched the corporate call? If you didn't, there's no judgment, but who watched the corporate call? Okay, so if you didn't, go back and watch it, because it's really, really good. And I'm not going to rehash everything, but I just want to kind of go over some of the points. And I put in the chat, if you're like, I need visual, if I put in the chat, because I was gonna try to screen share, Lori, I know, but I didn't have time because I had to eat my soup before I got in here. I was gonna pass out. So, so if you want to look at the charts, the slides, you can. I didn't put all of them, but I put some of them. So it's just brilliant what we've done, what Plexus has done, because every network marketing person, like if you read the books, like they talk about a 90-day push. What's his name? Eric Corey, for that one book. I can't remember the name of it, but you know, like everybody talks about a 90-day push and how important that is, and how we're always just starting over, right? Building our network, building our business. And so these contests, this sprint, success sprints, it's all about doing that. It's all about helping you recruit, helping you retain who you recruit, and then ranking up, because that'll be a natural progression of if you are recruiting and you're retaining the people for those 90 days, that 3-month contest period, you're going to want to keep your people, right? And help them duplicate. That's another piece of it. That's what's going to motivate you to just keep on going. And so we want to start to think about more than just what do I want to accomplish this month, or what do I want to accomplish in the year 2021. You know, oh my gosh, I want to be an emerald by the end of 2021, or oh my gosh, I want to be a ruby by the end of 2021. But we need to be thinking, what do I want to be by the end of the 30 or the 90 days, the 90-day push. So I'll address a few just things that have kind of been out there, like questions. And if you have questions, we'll spend a few minutes addressing some of those too. But first is, yes, we still have leaders retreat contests, or we still have leaders retreat we're going to be going to, God willing, right? That we can all gather again. We're still going to have convention, praying big that we're going to have that this year, right? We have to. I'm like so sick of not gathering. Okay. So we're still going to have those things, and we're still going to have contests in those things, but they will be in these 90-day buckets. I think like right now, the focus is till April, and then like for convention, you know, or I'm not sure. I don't know how it's going to all exactly work, but those are still things. We still have that. We still have fast start bonuses. None of that went away. And it's nice because the credits, you get credits. If you haven't had a chance, you can look at the little chart I put in the chat. If you're not in our chat, like ask to be in our chat or have someone send you the graphics. But the credits, it gives everybody the same level playing field. So like, just think about it like this. Like people tend to think, oh, these contests, the only one that wins are jewels. But they're making it so that we don't get the first, I think it's the first 3 tiers we don't get, or the first 2 anyway. So like we don't even get into the prizes till the 3rd tier. But also, you guys just know, like if like jewels, a lot of us, our teams are deep. Like we have a lot of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I even have like 11s and 12s that get added to my team. So those aren't counting for me. So people that are just starting have a really great advantage because they can be ranking up through this whole thing all year long. You know what I mean? They can be just flying through the ranks and they're getting rank up credits and stuff like that. So that's really, I think how to really succeed with this is to bring in the new, right? It's the new year. We want to bring in the new people and help them have success. And you're getting credits for their success too. You're getting credits in your level 1s and 2s. That doesn't mean we don't still help the 4s and 5s and 6s and 3s. We help everybody, because if you're helping the lower levels, that's helping your upper levels, which is helping you too. So I love that. And let's see, the prizes change every quarter. It's so much less confusing. You know, like it tends to be like, you know, we hear what the contest is finally, and then, you know, we're still kind of having a hangover. We're recovering from last month. We were trying to push at the end of the month, and then here comes something new to figure out. And then it's like, okay, it's the end of the month. We got to hurry up and get the things done. You know, so like instead now it's just the same thing. Like it's solid. It's not like guessing, like trying to figure it out. Like, oh, I liked that contest better. Or, oh, that contest was sucky, and oh, I wish we had the contest we had way back. You know, like it's just going to be more solid and less confusion and more simple. This is really important. Like, make a note of this. So if you have someone in your team that maybe just orders sometimes, and you think, gosh, they would be so good at the business, I just need to get them going. But sometimes they order and sometimes they don't, or sometimes they order just a bag of Slim, they're not 100 PV. You want to make sure people are 100 PV and commission qualified, because if they start taking off on month 2 or that last month, but they weren't commission qualified the first month, then it doesn't count for them for the prizes. So you want to really just look at your list of people who maybe they went silver at one point and they've lost it, or they went senior silver at one point and they've lost it. Talk to them about coming back and let them know about these prizes. And yeah, and then so you get points for recruiting, retaining, and ranking up, and even re-ranking too. So I'm super excited about that, helping a lot of us re-rank and get those points for that and get back on track to go above and beyond. Okay, does anybody, before I go on to the next little section, which I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys about the prizes too, does anybody have any questions about what they heard on the video or what I'm saying now? And if you haven't watched the video, it might be like, you're totally confused now. Anybody? Just unmute yourself if you have any questions you're dying to ask.
What did I miss about Super Silver? Because that's like the one blip where I lost signal. And I saw like a ton of comments and I have no idea what it was.
Oh, on the actual video when they did it. So
Yeah.
there was some question about Super Silver, and I'm still in Brooke Hemingway's Align coaching, and she clarified that the other day and said that it does still count. It's a rank, it's a for real rank. So if you've lost senior silver, yeah, senior silver, that's what it's called, right? If you've lost that and you gain that back, that totally counts for credits. Does that answer your question?
It does. That could be beneficial for my crappy December.
Yes. Well, and I want to say something about that. Well, first, anybody else have any more questions? I'll get into that in a minute.
I do need to go, Brooke posted that in the Align coaching, right? Because I have that on my list to watch.
Yeah, I think it was, she did a video, like a Zoom call. And
okay.
It's really good. Okay. No one else? I don't see anybody waving. Okay. So prizes, if you want to look at your little graphic that I put in the chat, but just so I clarify what they are. So, you sign one, like let's all do that by the 10th, right? Before the price goes up for membership. You sign one, that unlocks the first prize, which is $100 in cash. You have to do more than just sign the one. You have to have 500 points, and you get all the points by all the different things, right? And I'll just say this too, like this is really good. Like there's no more of this having to have super high PV to win a contest. Like people could kind of buy their way in with the PV stuff before. And now it's like, no, it's just really just work your business. And, I mean, you always want, I think you do get some points for PV, but I think it's like 200 PV or something. You get some credits. So that first prize is $100 cash. The second prize, when you enroll 2, it's a sports pack, which is really generous. It's an Apple Watch and some other brand of AirPod things. And that's 750 points. And then 3 is, add 3. And by the way, it can be ambassadors or customers. Brooke Hemingway clarified that the other day on the call. So that's good too. I mean, obviously you want to build your team with ambassadors to rank up, but just know that if somebody's like, or they're just not going to be consistent, they're better off being a customer, and that's going to help you here too with the points. Actually, I just remembered something. So for those prizes, it has to be ambassadors, but the points, customers give you points. That's what it is. I hope I'm not confusing you guys, but I'm pretty sure. We might clarify that later, but I think it's for the cash, the sports pack, the $500, the MacBook Pro, the $1,500, the Paris trip, it does need to be ambassadors. But if you're signing up customers, that's a good thing too, because it's helping you build those points along with ambassadors. It's not just ambassadors building the points. Okay, so those are the prizes. I just listed them off. I'm super excited about the MacBook Pro because, I have this one computer that y'all can't hear me on sometimes, and it causes a fight every time I tell my husband I want an Apple product. So I'm going after that. Decide what prize you want to go after. And remember this, like anyone can win these prizes. I mean, like, and we're going to talk about mindset and the things we're telling ourselves, like, oh, that's nice. I could never win whatever it is, the $500, the MacBook Pro, the Paris trip, right? Like you know, you've got these little voices in your head. And this Thursday, instead of Tuesday doing a team Zoom, we're going to do a team Zoom on Thursday this week with Kimber Williams' team. Kimber and I are going to come together with you guys and her guys, and we're going to do a team call about mindset and vision casting and dreaming. And we're going to do digital dream boards. So be thinking about that. That's what we're going to do on Thursday. And so I'm hoping you guys will all be back on and bring your team to get on too, because it's going to be really, really good. Kimber and I together doing that. So all you need, okay, really all we need to succeed in this is working our personal business, expanding our network, work on duplication, you know, lead with the business, help people get started, help them see all the prizes plus the cash that they can earn, and work on retention, keeping our people, all of those things. Because if we recruit some new people in this 90-day sprint that can run with us and do the business with us and duplicate, that's where you're going to get those points. That's where it's going to come in from. So we have to be doing all the things. And so don't talk yourself out of this. If this isn't for you, this is for somebody else. Know that anybody can have success. Just look at, you know, there's crazy stories of people in 2020, as crazy of a year as it was. There are people, there are about 10 of them. I think that's what Emily Gibson said when I watched a call of hers. 10 people last year that went from silver to diamond. Okay, craziness, right? But why not you? If you had the right people with you, it could happen. And so don't give up, right? Tiffany Weaver was gold forever, and then she went from gold to diamond in a 4-month period. So that's just a little over a sprint contest, right? 4 months instead of 3. So I want you to really begin reflecting on your wins from last year. Everybody, if you haven't already done that, that was one of my little posts for Soul Sunday, is to really reflect on your wins for 2021, no matter how maybe small they seemed. Maybe it's, you know, you survived online schooling your kids, or you survived homeschooling your kids, or you, you know, whatever. Like, think, I want you to think, and I want you to comment in the post, in this Zoom, comment like just one cool thing that happened to you this year. Maybe it was a rank up, maybe it was a re-rank. It doesn't have to be about Plexus, but just think of what is a cool thing that happened to you this year. I would love to see it. So you guys can drop it in the chat. Come on, I want to see the cool things that happened to you this year. I mean, obviously one of the neat things that happened to our team as a whole is that we ranked up to Sapphire. That was a big, huge thing. And look at Leslie, lost 25 pounds with IF and Plexus. And Melissa, that's huge. She started doing virtual Ks, 5Ks. She's doing her thing with that. It's so awesome to see that. Getting active. Jennifer earned Leaders Retreat. Yes, a lot of you did. I know it's so special for the ones of you that earned it the first time. Bridget, too. Lori reached 700 points for the first time. Ranked senior gold in April, gold in April, senior gold in May, Christine. Here's the thing, own what you won at. Don't be like, oh my gosh, yes, I hit this, but then I lost rank, or I lost this many points. Don't beat yourself up. This was a hard season. This was a hard year. And, you know, like the fact that you held Ruby most of the entire year, that's a win. Okay, so maybe you might have lost it, but that was a huge win. And yeah, Robin killed it on the prizes with Leaders Retreat. She wanted that shopping spree so bad, but let's not focus on that. The fact is she crushed it, right? And won all the prizes but that. That's huge. So really get clear with yourself. Do it on your own time. Like really reflect your wins and what happened that was good, and remember how that felt. I want you just to sit and spend some time with yourself, remembering how good that felt to crush that goal of whatever it was that you achieved. And what you want to do, what we all want to do, is repeat that great feeling in the new year. We want to either get back to where we were or get, you know, maybe some of us haven't ranked up yet. Like we've been trying so hard and it hasn't happened, right? Yet, Melinda, but it's going to, right? So just know that that good feeling is going to come again. Remember how good it felt the last time you ranked up, however long ago that was. That needs to happen again in this 90-day push. Let's see. So think about what did you do along the way to create whatever that good accomplishment was? What did you do? Like put yourself back into that action mode of what you were doing before. And you know, maybe it means rebuilding. Maybe it means finding new people to share. That's okay. That's part of this business. Sometimes we have people leave or quit or flake out or whatever, or have personal things come up. So we're having to rebuild that. Let's see. So what kind of things, ask yourself, what kind of things could I have done better at this past year? Like, what did I kind of halfway do? You know, like, did I do momentum movement, but I didn't really necessarily do many of the things? Like, I mean, I'm even guilty of that, you guys. Like, I did all the things. I did momentum movement every single time she had one. But I feel like, okay, now I need to really implement what she taught, especially with retention, right? Like, she's taught us all the things to do, to follow up, to do the perks reports, to do the, you know, looking at the less than 100 PV, but maybe I didn't really give it my complete all. And that could have changed the outcome of last year. But instead of beating myself up or shaming myself for what didn't happen last year, don't focus on that. Don't go down that rabbit trail. Instead, be like, okay, this year I'm gonna do better on that. That's gonna be a priority to try to improve on the other things. Think about too, real quick, like what's something you need to let go of or do less of. Maybe it's scrolling Facebook, right? Like I can get lost in that as well. I heard somebody say, I watched a video today where she said, you know, like I just have a list of my leaders and my team and my new ambassadors or my potentials that I'm trying to connect with and relationship build, and I go to them instead of this whole scroll thing. And I thought that was really a good idea because you can get lost and spend way too much time doing that or watching TV or whatever it is. Okay, so maybe there's things we can do less of. I am getting close to being done. If you're trying to get off here, I know I'm going a little bit later. And if you need to leave, you can. But so this is the other really important thing I want you all to do, because this is something that really helped me. I track my points every month. Try to every day. Some months I'm better at it than others. I've gotten better at it in the last year though, and it's really helped. But, you know, compare where you are now versus where you were a year ago. You know, look at last, I don't know if it shows last January. I don't know. It shows like a year ago. So like, look at where you were before. A lot of us have gained in points so much more than where we were a year ago. So, and if you haven't, then that's okay. Like you're going to go more forward in the new year. But be thankful for that growth. Even if it's not where your points where you want them to be right now, you've had growth over the last year. And a lot of it isn't necessarily even points. A lot of it's just personal growth. I mean, we've all grown, like emotionally, spiritually, physically, like just through being in 2020 with all the craziness. It's happened. And know that, you know, 2020 was a nutty year, and give yourself some grace for that. But also, it's just normal in business, any business, not just network marketing or not just Plexus, to have rise and fall with seasons. Like it's, what's the word? I don't know how to say it. Cyclical. I don't know how to say that. It's like up and down, right? It's like a roller coaster. Linda's laughing at me. So, you know, I mean, think about how this year's gone, right? Like it started off pretty good. 2020, we didn't think anything was going to go nutty. Like it was a good year. We were excited. It's kind of a cool 2020. Like it sounds like it's going to be all great. And then all of a sudden the pandemic, right? And it was crazy and bad. And then it kind of got a little better, right? This summer it was a little better. Our business went crazy. Like things were good. And then it got a little worse again. And it's like, oh, stuff's shutting down. Like I can't go hug my people. Like, you know, and then the election kind of made things nutty. And then the holidays always makes things a little bit nutty. So it's just whatever that word is. It's just up and down. It's like a roller coaster. And the thing is, it's always going to be on an upward trend though, no matter what. It always comes back up. And I've seen that, you know, I've been in Plexus now 6 years. It's my Plexiversary this month. And I've seen that. Like it always goes down in the, you know, fall and winter. And then it always comes back up around spring and convention time. And so just know that you're going to ride that wave and you're not going to quit. Because as long as you don't quit, then you're going to win. And so that's why we want to focus on our wins and reflect how we got there and do it again. So again, like I said, we're going to have another team Zoom on Thursday instead of Tuesday. I thought that would be a little soon since we're meeting today. But Thursday, just come prepared to talk about and think about what your goals are for the 90 days. Not just this month, not the whole year, like break it down into those 90-day increments. And maybe start saving some pictures of things, you know, that you might want to put on your digital dream board. We're going to put them on our phone because we're always on our phone, so we see it. And Robin's holding her little dream book. Because here's the thing, like where we're at right now with our business of thinking where we are and our mindset and all of those things is at our action, what action we go into at this beginning of the year is going to determine where we're going to be at the end of that 90 days. You know, it starts now. You can't wait to start working until February or March when things start getting a little better or whatever. No, we have to start right now and determine your speed, you know, like I want you to stretch yourself, but I want you to be realistic too. So I'm excited to do all this with you guys and head into the new year. I think it's going to be a great new year of promise and hope. And I'm here to support you all. And I love you all dearly. So I'm gonna turn off the recording. And then if you want to ask any more questions about this Success Sprint stuff, then we can do that. All right. Have a great night, you guys.